Hey everyone, how's it going? Azren the language nerd here, as per usual. Man, I'm on a roll today. If you are watching this anywhere around the date of me actually making this video, so it's November 8th, 2019, you know that this has been a big day of language lessons for me. I've already made about, give or take, 2 hours of French content for the French course that I currently have as well. And then now I'm sitting down and doing this the Spanish one, and then I've got some actual live teaching, like with students that have actually paid me a little bit later today as well. So big day of teaching. I'm just trying to basically get this I want to get this course as close to completion as I can, at least video wise, basically by the end of this week of November here. Just because I just happen to have 2 weeks where I've got more time than I typically do to be able to sit down and make videos like this. But basically, as of next week, my schedule gets basically as busy as it usually is with my students who've actually paid me, my group classes, my private classes, meetings with teachers who work for me, other projects and stuff I'm working on. So just trying to get as much of this content done as quickly as possible. While also making sure I'm doing a good job with this content. I also think it's more fair for you guys so that if there's a whole bunch of hours and hours of content here, you guys can work through it at your own pace instead of always sitting around waiting for me. So hope everybody is doing very well. What we're going to do today is going to be a lot of fun. You are definitely going to want to have the note file open for this class today. So the Google Doc, which is in the link below, in the description below, you'll definitely want to have that open because we're going to do a big focus on review. As always, we are going to do some review for sure. That's always going to happen. But we're going to incorporate the review today with expanding, really trying to expand your vocabulary. Okay. Expanding vocabulary, and I'm just adding something to the Google Doc now. Expanding vocabulary. Perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do, first and foremost, we're going to do some lightweight review. I'm going to ask you some simple things, some different things based on what we've learned in the past, and I want you to try and answer. So the first thing is, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? What do you say? You say, do I need to write it again? We've done this a million times with ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Let's go through this rapidly because we've done this quite a few times. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? I'll pretend to be two people. This is person one. This is person two. Okay? So, person one. Hola, hola. Shakes his hand. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Person two. Oh, muy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo estás? Estoy muy bien. Perfect. Now, let's say they've never met, right? Person two says, what's your name? Oh, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? Person one says, what does he say? Oh, me llamo, I'll make up a name. Me llamo Jorge. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo te llamas? Person two, oh, me llamo María. I'm a girl now. Oh, me llamo María. Oh, mucho gusto. We didn't learn mucho gusto. Worth doing here. Mucho gusto is kind of like nice to meet you. Mucho gusto. Okay. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto is nice to meet you. Okay. Mucho gusto. I'll make sure I have a miscellaneous word list in the Google Doc today, so that you guys can see that. Miscellaneous words. Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. Okay. Mucho gusto. Nice. ¿Cuál es tu trabajo? Right? I say, ¿cuál es tu trabajo? ¿Cuál es tu trabajo? This person goes, soy, what's the job we did? Soy mesero. En este momento soy mesero. En este momento soy mesero. Right? En este momento Soy mesero. Right? En este momento soy mesero. We haven't seen en este momento. En este momento. In this moment, currently, right now, in this moment, so at the moment, I am a waiter. Soy mesero. ¿Y tú? ¿Y tú? ¿Cuál es tu trabajo? Ah, yo soy profesor. Yo soy profesor. I'm a teacher, right? We've seen that. Let's just do a very fast review of a couple of different, some words. We'll do a lightning round. I'll say a word in Spanish or maybe a short phrase, and you try and tell me what it means. Obviously, I can't actually hear you because you're not directly in front of me, but but try your best. Pretend I can hear you. Or if you want, just send me voice messages as well. That's also an option. Jardinero. Jardinero. This is the job. Jardinero. Gardener. Profesor. Profesor. Teacher. Bombero. Bombero is a fireman, right? Let's leave the job category. Lo siento. Ay, lo siento. Lo siento mucho. What's lo siento? I'm so sorry. Lo siento. Right? We haven't seen that a lot. We've done it, but we haven't practiced with that a lot. Lo siento. I'm sorry. Right? There. Lo siento. I'm very sorry. Or if I say, ¿estás estresado? Oh, wow. ¿Estás estresado hoy? ¿Por qué? ¿Estás estresado hoy? Right? We've done that. Right? ¿Estás estresado hoy? Are you stressed today? Right? ¿Estás estresado hoy? ¿Por qué? Why? Why are you stressed? What's going on, man? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Right? Or what about this one? This is the country. Inglaterra. Inglaterra. Right? That's a country. Which one is that? Inglaterra. Inglaterra. England, right? We've seen that before. Inglaterra. Right? Spelled like this. Inglaterra. Right? Inglaterra. Muy bien. Let's do some of the adjectives we learned from last time. Let's do some recap of those. We learned a bunch of adjectives, right? Let me go to our adjective list. We learned, for example, alto. Alto, very tall, right? Or what's the opposite? Opposite is bajo, right? Or if I want to say, oh, women are so complicated. Women are complicated. What if I want to say that? Right? Oh, complicado or complicada. Las mujeres son complicadas. Right? Complicado, complicada. Or something so delicious. I've got, well, it's not super delicious, but it's not terrible. This orange, right? It's like, oh, it's so delicious. It's really delicious. Es delicioso, es deliciosa. Or es rico, es rica. Right? These are all words and terms we've seen before. Let's review some more. What if we do like, let's say this orange costed me $1 million. This is $1 million orange, right? I can say, oopsies. I can say la mandarina es muy cara, right? La mandarina es muy cara. La mandarina es muy cara. The mandarin orange is very expensive, right? Cara, caro and cara is expensive, right? Caro, cara. Okay. Let's do, what if you're feeling sick today? You're like, oh, I'm sick. Oh no. What do you say? You say, estoy, what? Estoy enfermo. Estoy enfermo. I'm sick. Oh no. Right? I'm sick. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Everybody, I should almost like have like a little floating, maybe I'll even type in the live chat here. This might be a better idea. So everyone can see this when people come on live. Please open the Google Doc note file. Okay. There we go. We'll leave that. Please open the Google Doc note file. We're going to do a very interesting form of practice today. Okay, we're going to do a brand new type of activity that we have never done before. Okay, I'm going to paste, and if you're watching the recording, you're already going to see all the different things that are posted. It's only for the live people that it's going to show up in real time. But for the people watching the recording, you're going to see the activity as it is. So what you're looking at, right, or what you're about to look at in some cases, are some pictures, right? I posted a whole bunch of different pictures in here. We're going to look at these pictures and we're going to talk about how to describe these pictures, okay? We're going to talk about how to describe them. So right now, go in the Google Doc and we're going to put in some photos and we're going to talk about describing them. All right, so first photo right here is, oopsies, is this one. I'll always put the link to the photo as well. All these photos, by the way, are off Pixabay. Pixabay is a really fantastic website for free photos. If you ever want to get free photos for any commercial projects or non-commercial projects, excuse me. Right, so first photo. Okay. Is right here. First photo. Let's look at this one. Okay. So let's look at this lady. She's blowing her nose, right? We have this lady blowing her nose. Let's say she's sick, right? We're like, oh no, we have a sick lady, right? I want you to tell me she's sick. What would we say, right? This person is sick. What would you say? We would say, and feel free to pause. Feel free to pause it here as you think about it. Maybe you want to write it down like, oh, how do we say she is sick? I'm not going to type in the Google Doc how to say that, oh, she's sick. I'm not going to type it so that there's no spoilers. I'll only write it on the blackboard for the YouTube people as you look at the YouTube screen. So to say she is sick, right? You'd say, ella está enferma. If you want to come back to the YouTube screen, I will write it on the blackboard. Ella está enferma. Right? Ella está enferma. Right? Ella está enferma. Right? Why do we say está? Why do we not say es? Why don't we say ella es? If everyone's looking at the YouTube screen, please. Why don't we not say ella es enferma? Why is es wrong? Because we use está for what situations? We use está for what? Feelings, emotions, right? Feelings and emotions. And what else? We use it for location, where something is located, right? Está is for feelings, emotions, and locations. Es is for everything else, right? So because enferma, sick, is a feeling, emotion, that's the word we use. We use está. Ella está enferma. We're going to do another picture in a moment, but how do we say I'm sick, right? Do we say ella está enferma? No, we say estoy. Estoy. And then for guys, enfermo. For girls, enferma. Right? Male, enfermo. Female, enferma. Let's look at another picture. Okay? Let's me open the photo thing here. Okay. Here's another photo. I'm going to post it right now. Oops. Second photo. Do you guys see it? Here we go. Okay. Here we have a couple things. We have this little like cup. Do you see that? Do you see that cup in there? You guys see it? Hope you guys can see that cup. That coffee cup. So how would we say that this coffee cup or the coffee cup is white? Right? The coffee cup is white. Right? The coffee cup is white. What do we say? I'll give you a few seconds and then I'll tell you how to say it. Feel free to hit pause if you want more time to think. Okay? So we would say La taza de café es blanca. Okay. So everyone come back to the YouTube screen, please. Step away from the Google Doc. La taza de café es blanca. Right? La taza de café es blanca. We know la taza, right, is a cup. We learned that last time. La taza de café becomes a coffee cup. La taza de café is a coffee cup. Es, we know, is blanca, white, right? La taza de café es blanca. La taza de café es blanca. Let's do another, but let's learn a new word while we're at it. Okay. So let's learn the word for cake. Okay, so let's get a nice cake picture in there in the Google Doc. Let's see. Let's get, ooh, that's a yummy looking cake. Look at that one. Yum, yum. Okay, so if you guys notice, we have a nice, yummy, delicious chocolate cake as our third photo, right? A really yummy looking cake with that nice strawberry on top. Yum, 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 right? Do you guys like chocolate cake? I love chocolate cake. I love it, love it, love it. I definitely have a sweet tooth, but I don't eat that many sweets though, right? Okay. So first of all, to say cake, oopsies. To say cake, we have a couple options, but I'll give you this one, pastel. Okay, I'll write the word for cake in the Google Docs. You guys can see it. Okay. Un pastel equals cake. Okay, un pastel. So if you're like, oh, this cake is delicious, or this cake is so yummy, what do we say? If you want to think about it, hit pause. Okay, we say este. Este is the word for this. Este pastel es delicioso. Este pastel es delicioso. Este pastel es delicioso. Right? This cake, este means this. This cake is delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Este pastel es delicioso. Right? Muy bien. I'll give you the word for strawberry as well. So people looking at the Google Doc, you will see the word for strawberry. Una fresa is a strawberry, right? So we have our strawberry sitting on top. I'll point this out in the Google Doc as well. Notice for strawberry in the Google Doc, we say una fresa, but for cake, we say un pastel. Right? Do you notice that? For cake, we say un pastel, but for strawberry, we say una fresa. The reason this is, some of you might even know this already, and we might have talked about it in the course. I don't remember, but it's always good to review. Anything that has like un pastel, I'll highlight that in maybe like a yellow or something in the Google Doc, right? Anything that starts with un is masculine. Remember how we said everything in Spanish is either a girl or a guy, right? Anything in una is feminine. I'll highlight that in green, okay? Un is masculine, una is feminine. So strawberries in Spanish are feminine. They are girls, they are female. Cakes are guys, okay? So right now we have a female strawberry sitting on top of a male cake. All right. So if I want to say, oh, that strawberry, or this strawberry is really small. I don't know if it is small. Let me look at it, but let's pretend it's small. This strawberry is really small, right? How would we say that? Okay, feel free to pause and think about it if you want to, right? Esta fresa es muy pequeña. esta fresa es muy pequeña. So esta is this. I'll point, yes, I'll point something out here. Esta is used for feminine objects, to say this. The other word we saw before was este. I'll write it at the bottom here of the blackboard. So we're on the, we are out of the Google Doc, by the way. We're back at the blackboard in case you didn't switch back. Este means this, but for masculine things. Esta means this, but for feminine things, right? So fresa we said is feminine. So esta fresa es muy pequeña. Notice we don't say pequeño, we say pequeña. Why? Because fresa is feminine. Pequeña fresa, pequeña fresa, pequeña fresa. Okay. Let's stick with some foods. Let's do some more. Let's stick with some more foods here. Let's look at our fourth photo. Okay. Why don't we do you know what's a fruit that I really like? I really like watermelon. Watermelons are really, 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 really good. I love watermelon. So delicious. Okay. Watermelons are delicious. Okay. So the word for watermelon, we're in the fourth photo now. Okay. The word for watermelon is sandía. Una sandía. Una sandía. I'll say it a couple times. Una sandía. All right. That's how we say a watermelon. Una sandía. That is our word for watermelon in Spanish. So is una sandía masculine or feminine? You guys think about it. What is it? Masculine or feminine? And how do we know? It is feminine. Why? Because it starts with una, right? This is a watermelon. Now, how would we say the watermelon is green and red? Okay. So I'll give you the words for red and green. Red is rojo, right, which is red. Green is verde, okay? Rojo, verde. Rojo has a feminine, which is roja. Verde only has one form, okay? Only has one form. It's always verde. So I'm going to say, oh, the watermelon's red and green, right? What do we say? Feel free to pause to think about it. Or let's say this, sorry, I want to change it. This watermelon is red and green, okay? Esta sandía es verde y roja. Everyone direct your attention back to the YouTube screen, right? Back to the YouTube screen. Esta sandía es verde y roja. This watermelon is green and red. You could also say roja y verde. You could flip the positions of those two, right? All right. Let's do a fifth image, and let's keep expanding everyone's vocabulary. Vocabulary is the big thing that we have to really focus on in Spanish. Okay. So let's do an emotion. Okay, let's find a really emotional looking person. Okay. Here we go. I like this one. Oh, I wish I could use that photo, but I can't. So if we look at our next photo, right? We have this lady with like the fire behind her. Look at her. Look at that face. Look how angry she looks, right? This really, really angry lady in our fifth picture. Right? Really, really angry lady, the red shirt and everything. Okay? And we want to say this woman is very, very, very angry. I just noticed her eyes are actually red too, I think. If I want them zooming in, I think they've edited the photo to make her eyes red, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Say this woman is very, very, very angry. That's what you want to say, right? So the word for woman is mujer. Okay, una mujer. Woman. Una mujer. Una mujer. And you want to say this woman is very, very angry, right? What do we say? Feel free to pause and think about it if you want to. I'll give you a small hint. Think about, are you going to use es or está, right? This woman is very angry or está very angry. Think about which one you use and why. Okay, so we say esta mujer está muy enojada. Esta mujer, so everyone direct your attention back to the YouTube screen and away from the Google Doc, right? Esta mujer, oops, hang on, I just caught a mistake. Esta mujer, with a double exclamation mark, esta mujer está muy enojada. Esta mujer está muy enojada. This is a fun little thing to point out. Esta and está, right? The second you put this accent on the A, this pronunciation becomes esta, right? This is pronounced esta. So I think we talked about it earlier in the course, where generally speaking, in most words, the second last syllable is what is emphasized in a word, right? So esta is not esta, right? Because esta has two syllables, right? Esta. So es is the second last syllable. Esta, right? Es is the thing that gets emphasized. The exception, the most common exception to this, is when we put an accent, right? When we put an accent on top of a letter. So here we put an accent on top of the A. So now it's not esta, but esta. Esta, esta. Esta, esta. Esta, esta. So esta mujer está muy enojada. This woman is very angry, right? Okay, let's do some more practice. Let's look at another one, and let's continue expanding your vocabulary. Let's find a sad-looking man, okay? Right, a very sad-looking man. Look at this guy, guys. Holy man. So this is our picture number, so back to the Google Doc, picture number 6, I believe. Yes, 6th photo. Right? Look at that guy with the hair and the wrinkles on his face. Like, I can't quite tell if he's tired or he's sad. In fact, maybe we can even say make him both. We can make him both tired and sad. He can kind of fit into both categories, right? So if you want to say, this man is tired and sad, right? So for man, we say un hombre is a man. Okay. Now say this man is very tired. This man is tired and sad. Okay. So think about that. Feel free to hit pause if you want to think. So we say este hombre está cansado y triste. Everyone back to the YouTube screen. Come back to the YouTube page. Este hombre está cansado y triste. This man is tired and sad. Notice we said este because hombre is masculine, right? Este is this, but only for masculine things. If it's feminine, we say esta. This E becomes an A. Okay, let's keep going. And let's actually change it a little bit more. Let's get away from this kind of, oh, this man is, this woman is. Let's go slightly slightly different. Let's go to picture number, what picture number are we on here? We're on picture number 7, I believe. Yes, picture number 7. Okay. We're going to do slightly differently. Let's find a, I want to find a nice car. Okay, let's go away from people and let's go into something different. Ooh, look at this car. Look at that car, guys. Look at that. So shiny and like kind of red and black, all sporty, right? Look at that beautiful picture. Okay. So if we're looking at this car and we want to say that, oh, wow, this car is super, super expensive. Super expensive. Is very, very expensive, right? What do we say? The word for car, as you guys will see in the Google Doc here, there's a few words, so I'll give you a couple. This is a word that definitely varies per country, but the good news is that no matter what word you use, you'll always be understood. So you can say un carro, right? Un carro is a car. You can also say un coche. You can say un auto. I think those are the only three. There might be more, but those are three that come to mind right now that are very common. All of those mean car. So I'll say all three of them again. Un carro, un coche, un auto. Un coche, the second one on the list, I believe is used in Spain. Un auto is kind of like saying an automobile, like any kind of automobile is a kind of a car, right? Un carro, I don't really know where it's used, a lot of countries, but at any rate, all three of those are going to work very, very well. Un carro, un coche, un auto, all are just fine. So if you want to say this car is very expensive, because it probably would be very expensive, right? What would we say? So feel free to pause to think about it. Okay. Este carro es muy caro. Everyone back to the YouTube. This is a terrible, terrible sentence. Not a terrible sentence, but a lot of you are going to say, what? Este carro es muy caro. So I can already read a lot of your minds. What's the difference in pronunciation between these two words? This one is carro. You roll your R a little more. This one is caro. Caro, carro. Caro, carro. Caro, carro. Caro, carro. Caro, carro. Okay? Perfect. Let's do one more here. Let's do one with this party. Okay. Let's look at this party. Doesn't it look like fun? Look at that. All those people. Looks like they're kind of dancing. It looks like maybe a live concert or something like that. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe a concert. I'm trying to look it up close here. Yeah, they got like a heart. They're holding that up. Yeah, it looks like they're having a lot of fun, right? This is their 8th photo. Oopsies, I deleted the photo by accident. Sorry, live viewers, I hit delete. There we go. 8th photo. Okay. So our 8th photo. So for party, you guys already might know the word for it. Una fiesta. Okay. Fiesta is a party. I think a lot of people kind of know the word for party. Una fiesta. And I'm going to give you a word. Actually, I wonder if we have done this word already. If not, I'll teach you something new. Oh yeah, of course we did it. Yep. You want to say these people are these people are very happy. So a person is una persona, is a person, right? So, oh, these people are really happy. Okay. I think you guys are probably going to get it wrong, but you're welcome to try. There's some lacking vocabulary and grammar and everything that's needed to make this, right? There's some lacking vocabulary for sure, but you're welcome to give it a try, and I'll help you with it after. Okay, so feel free to hit pause, give it a try. These people yes, these people are very happy. Okay, feel free to give it a try. So we would say, estas personas son muy contentas. I didn't give you a very fair one. This one's kind of difficult, right? We don't know a lot of these words. I apologize, but I wanted to introduce a couple new concepts. Estas personas son muy contentas. Okay, so direct your attention back to the YouTube screen if you're not there. Estas personas son muy contentas. So let's look at this. There's some grammar stuff happening here. It's not hard, but it's new. Okay, so if we look here, we know esta without an S means this, right? The second we add an S, it becomes these. So these people, right? We know persona with no S is person. So personas with an S becomes people. So these people, son is a brand new word, completely new, it means are. So these people are muy contentas. Notice, we put an S at the end of contenta. Why? Because we have more than one person, right? More than one person, so we have to add an S. So let me introduce this new concept. It's not hard, but it is new. Anytime you want to make something plural, meaning you want to say there's more than one of something, you have to add an S at the end of it. So una persona, right? But dos personas, right? Or un lapicero. Let's not do that. Let's pick a word you already know. Let's do una. Did we do that word? I don't know if we did, but we'll do it now anyway. It's an easy one. Una computadora. Una computadora. Right? Una computadora. One computer, a computer. But if we have two computers, now we have to add S's everywhere. Sorry, S is here, right? But dos computadoras. Una computadora, no S. Dos computadoras with an S. Una persona, dos personas, right? This rule also applies to adjectives. So for example, if I want to say, this car, we did this, this car is very expensive, or sorry, let's not do that one. Let's do, what's the one we just did here? Oh yes, we did this woman is very angry, right? Esta mujer está muy enojada. Right? Esta mujer está muy enojada. Okay? So if we were to make it these women, esta takes an S, because esta with an S is these. Estas takes an S. Mujeres actually takes an ES. Mujeres. There are some words where you add an ES. Most of them you just add an S. For the most part, add an S, sometimes an ES. Estas mujeres, right? If you wanted to say angry, right, there's more than one woman, we also have to make it enojadas. So when we have anytime we pluralize something, adjectives get pluralized, the noun gets pluralized, everything gets pluralized. So una taza de café, dos tazas. No, café doesn't take an S. So Tessa's got a good question in the chat. Let's go through that. Una taza de café. Dos tazas de café. So no, café doesn't take an S. Una taza de café, dos tazas de café. Just an S here, not on café. Right? Or if I want to say a cup of water, un vaso de agua grande, a big glass of water, right? Un vaso de agua grande, a glass of water big. Spanish likes to put their adjectives at the, they like to do it backwards from English. So un vaso de agua grande, a glass of water big, aka a big glass of water. If we had two, we get dos vasos de agua grandes. Dos vasos de agua grandes with an S, right? So vasos and grandes. Shall we see one or two more examples? Let me see the adjectives we did already. We did, where's our adjective list? Here we go. So for example, if I said we did short, right? Let's do una persona baja. Okay. Una persona baja, a short person. Dos personas bajas. Right? Dos personas bajas. So we add these S's at the end. We pluralize the noun, per people. We pluralize the adjective, short. Does that make sense? Also, as you may have noticed, we haven't specifically talked about it, but it's worth pointing out. Notice how the adjectives usually go after the noun. We say two people short. We don't say two short people, right? We didn't say, we don't say, for example, a big glass of water. We say a glass of water big. The adjectives go after. Again, not difficult, just something to remember, something that's a little bit odd, can seem weird for a native English speaker. So we've learned a lot. Let's do a recap of everything we've learned. We've learned some new words, right? For sure. We learned some new words. We learned the word for mujer, right? Mujer, which is a woman. We learned the word pastel, which is a cake. We learned the word fresa, which is strawberry. We learned una sandía, which is watermelon. We learned rojo and verde, red and green. We learned the word, what else we learned? We learned esta, which means this for things that are feminine. We learned este, which is this for things that are masculine, right? We learned estas, which is these for things that are feminine. We learned that. We might as well do these for things that are masculine, despite not doing it. Estos is the word for these, right? If you look at the screen, YouTube screen. Estos is the word for these, masculine. Estos, right? So we learned estos. That's a 10th word we learned. We learned un hombre, number 11. We learned carro or coche or auto, which are all words for car. We learned una fiesta. And then we learned una persona. So we've learned 14 new words. And we got to do some practice with some of the older concepts we saw, primarily with ser and estar. Oh, and we also learned mucho gusto in the beginning. We learned 15, mucho gusto. So we learned a lot of new things. I will make sure that all of those are in the miscellaneous words section, which is in the bottom of the Google Doc. So if you look at the November 8th, the expanding vocabulary and practicing old concepts, that's the title of this lesson. You'll see the miscellaneous words at the bottom of that Google Doc. Okay, let's wrap this lesson up here. A little bit shorter than usual. I know we've been doing some long 1 or 2 hour videos, but we can wrap this one up a little bit faster than usual. I'll give you some homework as per usual, as we always do. The homework for today's lesson is I'd like you to go onto Google and search up some pictures of anything you want. Anything you want to search up, okay? Things that mean something to you. Maybe you're really interested in motorbikes. Maybe you really like a specific country. Maybe there's a really big celebrity you like or something like that. Find some pictures. Send me those pictures on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever. Send me those pictures and then describe what you're seeing. Describe that picture. Is the person mad? Are they sad? Are they angry? Is it maybe you have there's a boy in the picture? Maybe whatever you want, right? You can pick anything you want to pick and just describe what you're seeing, right? Try, if you can, like when you're doing this homework, try your best to look through some of the words and some things that we've learned, some job titles. Try and use some of those words. But if it's not really doable and it's like, oh, I'm not sure how I describe this photo using the words we've learned, use some Google Translate, use a dictionary, and you are more than welcome to use some of the new words that way as well and try to incorporate some of the concepts you've learned. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. I would just try your best to use at least some of the new words so you can get some practice with what you already have covered off. So, listo. Oh yeah, we got some more words here. Computadora, agua, vaso. We have a lot of new words. I'll make sure I'm missing Tessa's in the live chat here. So lots and lots and lots of new words today. All right, well, I appreciate your attention. You guys are the best. And we will talk very, 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 very soon. Bye for now.